Good morning, everybody. I am feeling a lot better. Thank you for everyone who asked. I'm still a little bit dry, but I think that's just, the medication, how it just like dries you out in order to dry up your chest and your sinuses and such. So I am feeling a lot better. Thank you for asking. Welcome to Coffee and Crochet with Sara, our live video podcast. We try to do every Tuesday, 10:30 a.m. Central Time. And that's because I am in Oklahoma. I live outside Oklahoma City in a suburb called Yukon. And I love living here, I'll have to say. I loved living in Colorado. We were there for almost 13 years, and it was absolutely gorgeous. But I just love being back in Oklahoma. I'm originally from Oklahoma. My grandkids are here, and that's where I want to be. Well, today I have two glasses or two cups. I've got coffee and I've got my vitamin C water. So I'm going to be drinking from both. Coffee with coconut creamer, mango orange something, vitamin C water, because I need to get 100% well. Now, I do want to talk to you about something really quick before we get started. Scratch my back here. Remember a few months, maybe weeks or months ago, I said that I had a scammer try to get into my PayPal and my Etsy and my Facebook and my YouTube and everything. Well, I'm doing really great. We got it all stopped. Everything perfect. No problems now. But I have noticed lately that this time of year, there's an uptick of scammers and spammers and scammers and fake people on Facebook. So I really want you to be careful. Never ever, and I'm talking about this today because I'm going to announce the winner of our September giveaway. But I want to make sure that you all really, really, really understand that you should never ever put your mailing address, your shipping address, your email, any private information whatsoever in a comment anywhere that's live. Okay? I just want to keep you safe. This is the time of year when we start heading into fall towards Christmas that we get a lot of spammers. And I want you to really be careful. I think it was yesterday, there was even, you get these, they're pictures of guys and they're saying they're a certain name and they want to be friends because you're beautiful. They're not really who they are. It's some old dude sitting in an old recliner, and trying to spam you, okay? So never ever accept those friend requests, okay? Because they're just spammers. They're trying to get to your friends lists and things like that, okay? So be careful online. That's just all I want to tell you. Okay? And again, I'm saying this because I am going to announce the winner of our giveaway today. But before I do that, somebody asked me also about, there's a gnat in here. Get out of here. Asked me about my garden. Have I finished it up for the winter? And I have not. I'm still getting green peppers and red peppers, and I'm still getting some tomatoes. It's like my tomatoes had like a resurgence, and I've got a whole bunch of Roma tomatoes out there. I might even be able to make another thing of salsa, another set of 12 jars of salsa, because I've got enough tomatoes. I'll probably be able to do that, and peppers too. So I'm excited about that, but I'm watching it closely. I watch the weather. I see the highs and lows. Well, it is 78 degrees already this morning, and it's supposed to be going back up into the 90s. So I'm hoping we're going to start getting some cooler weather. I am so ready for fall. I really, really am. How about you guys? Are y'all ready for some nice, cool fall weather? Someone posted that they went outside and it was so hot, or humid, it was like breathing through water. That's how it is here today. It's very humid. And when it gets humid, I don't like it because it makes my knees ache. So anyway, moving right along, I've got a whole bunch of fun stuff to show you guys today. So let's go ahead and get to our shout out. Now, I came across this young lady. I used to watch her, and I kind of forgot about her. I'm so sorry about that. And so, oh, Leslie's listing all the things she's got. My cilantro, it got messed up at the beginning of the summer, so I lost it. But I do have peppers, like I said, peppers and tomatoes. And I can just get cilantro up at Aldi to make. I love pico de gallo. I like pico de gallo, I think, better than just regular salsa. I love that stuff. Okay. Anyway, I want to tell you about our shout out. Her name is Jennifer from Celtic Knot Crochet. And I watched her probably 2 or 3 years ago. And somehow she wasn't showing up in my feed anymore. And so I didn't watch her. Well, she happened to come up and I was like, oh, I haven't watched her in forever. I really like her. I think you will too. And again, when I give you a shout out, I always put their link for their YouTube channel underneath this video in that description box so you can go and find her. If you don't want to go down there and look for it, just put in your, that little circle at the top. It's a oval, but it has a little circle. Looks like a magnifying glass. That's your search. Okay? Just put in there Jennifer of Celtic Knot Crochet. And she does pronounce it Celtic, not Celtic like the basketball players. Okay? Celtic Knot Crochet. Here's what she says. I am passionate about crochet and helping others be successful with their crochet projects. I love to design new projects and share them with you. Okay? Especially the ones in which I incorporate Celtic knots. I've never done a Celtic knot. I should go over there and learn how to do that. But she's got step-by-step tutorials and just lots of really fun, neat stuff. So go on over there. Her name is Jennifer of Celtic Knot Crochet. Show her some love. Subscribe, like, and ring that bell. And don't forget, you better be ringing my bell also, okay? I think someone sent that to me. It might have been Kim. I can't remember. Kim Loves Artie. Did you send this to me, girl? I don't remember. But I've had it for a couple of years. Someone sent it to me. Alrighty. So it's about 7 minutes in. Are you guys ready to find out who the winner of our September giveaway is? Well, let's recap and tell you what it is, okay? So here we go. Now, I added a couple things to it. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 skeins of what I'm calling fallish colors. I found this one in my donations, and I thought the skein kind of came off a little bit, the yarn, but it's really cool yarn. I think you can make something really cool with that. I added that one. Let's see. I added another one, but I can't remember which one. It might have been this cotton one. I love this one. I've used it many times. It's called Harvest, and it's got all these beautiful colors in it. To me, it looks like Indian corn. Don't you think so? Gorgeous. We've got some nice fall colors here. This one looks like candy corn. This one goes along with that one, kind of. And then this one is, this is Loops and Threads, and it's called Earth Tones. Nice fall colors. Browns and beiges. And so there's 8 skeins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 skeins. And then you're also going to get this lion from Loops and Threads. It has everything you need. Crochet hook, needle. It even has the stuffing. And what's really neat is it like sucked all the air out of the yarn and the stuffing. So it's nice and flat. So when you open it, that yarn's probably going to go poof. Also, instructions, and Loops and Threads is from Michaels. This was donated from Kim Loves Artie, by the way. And so these are all donated yarns, and I thought I would put them all together for a fallish giveaway. All right, now, how can you get a hold of me? I've kind of changed what I'm doing because if you look underneath this video in that description box, you'll see a thing that says contact me. And in that contact me, you'll see my email address. I think it's S Sach or Sara Sach. I can't remember which one I put in there. Yeah. S Sach at Posh Pooch Designs. Okay, that's my email address. And all you have to do is copy and paste that into your email, and then you can get a hold of me. Okay. The second way, of course, you can go to the Facebook page, Posh Pooch Designs, and send me a message. Okay. You don't need to send me any information except for I'm going to need your shipping address, and if you want me to send you the tracking. I was thinking trailing. It's not trailing. The tracking for your box, I'll need your email address. Okay, but if you just email me, I'll have it. Once you've received your gift, I erase your address. I don't do anything with it. It's gone. But you have to let me know you got the package, okay? Because that's important to me. Because sometimes, nothing against the post office, but sometimes they put them on the wrong porch. Or one time it came back to me and I had to resend it. So, things happen. All right, are we ready? Where's my drum roll? All right. Oh, it moved my thing. Okay. All right. So our winner of the September giveaway is Kimberly James. And I don't remember you ever winning anything, Kimberly. And she's been a follower of our YouTube channel for a very long time. And I think I saw your name come up. Kimberly James, Kimberly James, James. Congratulations. Send me an email or a message and I'll get that out. If you send it to me, like the next couple days, I should be able to get it out by Friday. Okay. I like to get them out in the same week because I always send it USPS priority. It costs a little more, but it has always gotten there when I've sent it this way. Okay. And so that's the way I want to send it. It doesn't matter, really, because I'll just need your shipping address. But like I said, it is secure. Once you've contacted me that you've received your box, then I delete your email and I delete your shipping stuff. Okay. All right. Congratulations, Kimberly James. All right. I want to show you something that I got this last week. Okay. Do all of y'all know what Ollie's is? Ollies. Ollie's. It always comes on and says, great stuff, cheap. Well, anyway, I like to go there because they have some different dog treats that Rosie can have. She's kind of got a sensitive stomach, and so there's certain ones that she cannot have. And so Ollie's right now has had them. And so I've been going there. Well, while I was there, somebody told me about this. This is so cool. Check it out. Big fat yarn. and it's to make an outfit for a squishmallow. Well, my granddaughters love squishmallows. And what's really cool is we only had one Ollie's that was like on the other side of Oklahoma City, and it was really nasty. Nothing against Ollie's, but it was just always a mess. We have a new one that they built here. They put it in where an old grocery store used to be, and it is always neat and clean, and I really like going in there. But isn't this the coolest thing? Okay, so it comes with the light blue fat yarn. This is the yarn right here. I'll show it to you in just a second. Okay, 2 pink string pieces and 2 pink hearts. See, to sew buttons on. And instruction manual. I want you to see this yarn though. This is just gorgeous. And there's a bunch in here. I mean, you could do a lot with this. Isn't that cool? And there's the yarn and the heart buttons. It is so neat. Okay, and then it has this instructions. And it even shows you how to do arm knitting. Isn't that neat? They call it finger knitting, actually, but you're using your arms too. I just thought this was the neatest thing, and that maybe my grandgirls would like to do this with me. So anyway, there it is. See, all the instructions. It's the neatest thing. Now, so here's the thing. Do you have a Five Below near you? Five Below store is kind of like a dollar store or Dollar General or something like that. But they have some of the neatest things. Okay? A girl that is in my crochet group here told me she got one of these at Five Below. So, oopsies. Okay? So if you want to get one of these for someone, set it aside for Christmas. At Ollie's, it was $12.99. Now, I don't know what it was at Five Below, but I'm planning on going to Five Below tomorrow. I just want to see. I didn't see this in any other color but the blue. Okay, so we'll have to see. I just think that would be the neatest thing to give as a gift, especially if you have a granddaughter or a child, or, a kid that just really wants to learn how to crochet, but, they're just not coordinated enough, And so it's super fun. I love Five Below. It's a lot of fun. My grandkids and I love to go there because you find some of the neatest things that you don't find other places. And that's kind of the way I feel about Ollie's. The first Ollie's that I went to, the one on the other side of Oklahoma City, I was not impressed at all. When a store is really dirty and they sell food products, that bothers me. But the store here in Yukon, super clean, and the people are super nice. Every time I go into Ollie's, it seems like the same lady is at the checkout, and she is so nice. As a matter of fact, this last time we had a really good conversation. She was telling me about her mom passing away and everything. And I was trying to really encourage her, to cheer up and stuff. And it's just super neat. It's just a super neat place. So, okay, Heidi says she does have a Five Below. I love both those stores. You're not really going there to look for anything in particular usually. Although I go there and get dog treats at Ollie's. But they just have a lot of really neat, interesting things. I've even found Pioneer Woman items at Ollie's. Things that they've clearanced out to bring in the new stuff. I bought a rug there and some towels. Some kitchen towels also. And they had some placemats also, but I didn't get them because I didn't need them. But anyway, I like both of those two stores. And you can find lots of neat things. And I would have never known what Five Below was, except my granddaughter told me about it. So, but anyway, the lady told me she got one of these at Five Below. It was also a blue one. So, but I love both those stores. Okay, moving right along. I'm going to move our giveaway over here so I can use my side here. I stuck it in that container. All right, now, what happened this week at Posh Pooch Designs crochet-wise? All right, so if you look behind me here, this is our Autumn Dreams wrap. I absolutely love how it turned out. I did make this for somebody else, because if I hadn't already made this for somebody, I would keep it for myself. It's so gorgeous. But I wanted to show you this. Someone asked me, when you do a rectangle shawl, how do you keep it on? And I want to show you this that I have here. I was sent this as a gift when I ordered from Knitter's Pride. I purchased some knitting needles for my daughter for her birthday. And this was included in there. And this is called a shawl pin. And you can find these at a lot of different places. Any place that sells yarn usually sells these. And it's really, really pretty. It's made of wood. It's like they put it on a lathe, and I don't know if you can see that. I'll put that up higher. Isn't that gorgeous? I don't know what they cost. This one's called Erotica Series. Shawl Stick is what they're calling it. But I love these because you can pin it on, and it's really pretty. Now, I saw some at Hobby Lobby where they have gems in them and beads and stones. Really pretty. And they're really cool because you can hold your shawl on with that. I'm just going to stick it like that for now. And it'd be really pretty. Now, the yarn that I used is this Premier Color Fusion. Now, let me bring it down here so you can see it closer. It's gorgeous colors. It is a DK, or what we call here in America a light 3. And I absolutely love this yarn. The Color Fusion yarns to me look like watercolors because the way they blend into each other, it just has like a watercolor effect. And it's just absolutely gorgeous. This is how it looks knitted up. These are $4.99 a skein, and to make the shawl you need 2. Okay? Unless you want to make it much bigger or much smaller, you need, more or less. And I had one left here. I have an idea of what I'm going to do with it, but but anyway, if you want to go and look at all the colors, my premier yarn link is always underneath the video. You can go and check out all the gorgeous colors because they really are just stunning. They really are. The Color Fusion, they have a medium weight, a DK, and also a chunky. All of them are just gorgeous, and I've used them for several projects. Okay, but I wanted to show you that particular yarn because it really is just gorgeous. It really is. And the neat thing is, although it shows up as a kind of a striping yarn, you can see it's not exactly the same on every stripe because of how it's dyed. And it's dyed to look like watercolor paints. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Now, let me answer a question real quick. I put this out yesterday evening or afternoon, and I got a really hateful message, which I have deleted since. She said the yarn is ugly, and she would never make a shawl in those colors, and I should choose some better looking yarn. And so I deleted it because I don't want anything negative, and I don't want, because I know other people would probably jump on her, and I don't want that either. And so let me just say this. If you don't care for the color of yarn that I've used, it's okay with me. You can use whatever colors that you want to. This is just colors that I love. And I love yellow. She's wearing, I put my yellow sundress on her, which is one of my fun dresses I love to wear around. I put my yellow sundress on her because I love yellow, and there's a little bit of gold in here. And so, we're not all going to have the same favorite colors, I mean, you may be a totally pink person and want to make this in shades of pink. Well, go look at this yarn. They have them in shades of pink and browns and yellows, and I keep saying yellow, but I love yellow, and blues and all different colors. And also, if you don't really like any of it, you can use any DK or what we call a light 3 yarn to make this shawl. You know what? I think it would be absolutely beautiful in all of an off-white or all in white, maybe all in black. And it changes to make it even more elegant. Okay? And so, just so that you understand, I don't get my feelings hurt when you don't like what I make. It's okay with me. I just don't want the negativity on my channel or on anywhere, I'm just not into negativity. I think it's uncalled for, but it's okay. But what I'm saying is, you don't have to make the colors that I make. I mean, look at all the colors I have behind me. I mean, you can tell I really like ombres. And I love variegated yarns, but they're just really hard to do a video for. And a lot of times I will make something in a variegated yarn, but I'll do the demo in a solid so you can see how to do the stitches. And so I said all this to say this. We all have our different favorite colors and our different favorite yarns. You don't have to use the exact yarns that I use, and you don't have to use the exact colors that I use. I will say this, though. When a designer uses a certain weight of yarn and you change that weight, you can't be upset if you don't get the same results. For instance, this is a DK weight, light number 3. It's upside down. If you decide to use a medium weight number 4, you can do it, but it's not going to come out the same size, and it's not going to lay the same. Okay? This has beautiful drape, by the way. And And I hope the lady that I'm going to give this to on Sunday loves it. She has beautiful gray hair, and it's like a shiny, almost whitish. It's so pretty. And so I'm going to give her this, and it'll look really pretty on her. And I know she has a yellow dress too. I saw it a couple weeks ago. So anyway, I say all that again. Choose your own colors of yarn. It's okay. And even your own brands. It's okay. Just crochet. I want you to crochet. All right. The other thing we did this week is our monster washcloths. I'm going to pull those out. And these are super silly and super fun. This one I wanted it to have a little bit of Beetlejuice vibes with the stripes and the green and purple. And then this one I did similar but different colors just for fun. And people were asking me, can you make them bigger? Super easy to make it bigger because there's no fancy stitches. You can just add more chains to make it wider. And then if you want to make it taller, just to either do more rows down here or more rows up here or both. But I pulled these out because I thought these are super fun because we did these last week and they sort of match. And wouldn't it be fun to give someone a couple of monster washcloths in here? Just for fun? I like having fun, silly things like this around. When I have my grandkids, you know, it makes doing the dishes quicker and funner if they're playing around with a silly washcloth, or if they spend the night and I want them to, clean the sink you brushed your teeth in. Get the silly monster washcloth, clean up your toothpaste, throw it in the wash, so, and I need to make a bunch more so I can have several in each basket for each of my 2 bathrooms, because I have a bathroom that has 2 sinks with a shower and, of course, the potty. That's my guest bathroom. And then I have a half bath also that my grandson likes to use. He doesn't like to use the girls' bathrooms because, they got girly things in there. And so I leave things in the half bath for my grandson because, he's almost 18, he don't want to be around the girlies, Okay, and so it's kind of fun to have this sort of thing around, And so, I did have a lot of questions about the piece. I'm just going to show you this again. I had a lot of questions about where I got this stuff. Okay. These, of course, are just 2 big buttons I hung on to. But I have a bunch of bright colored spiders. These are glow-in-the-dark wiggly eyes. And these are all just eyeballs. And so at Halloween, I don't like to give out candy because I'm diabetic. I'll buy a few things for my husband because he likes like Kisses and Twix bars, things like that he really likes. I'll buy them for him. But I buy this big bag at Walmart that has a whole bunch of toys in it. And a lot of times I'll buy a big bag of the Tootsie Rolls that are all different flavors, and I'll sort of mix them up so they can get toys and a few Tootsie Rolls. But for the most part, I just give out toys. It just depends on who's at the door, So anyway, I got them at Walmart. That's where I got them. They have 2 different assortment bags. They have one that's great big and it has like these little boxes, and they have those little tattoos in them that the kids like, and they're kind of fun. As a matter of fact, the first year we moved here and I was living in the rental house before our house was finished being built, and I had Halloween, my grandkids all decided to go over to my daughter's neighborhood because they gave out good candy, And so I had all these tattoos and I didn't have any more at the door. So I was like sticking them on my hands because I just, you just wet them and rub them on. So I had like these skeletons and spiders on my arms. And when the grandkids came home, they're like, Oma, what have you been doing? It was so fun. Yes, I'm a dorky Oma. Or as my grandson says, I'm weird, but in a good way. Yeah, it's, I never saw these big bags of these toys until I just happened to be walking past Walmart, and it was a big bag. It was one of those big, huge bags, probably several hundreds of them in there. And last year they had the kazoos in them. Remember I told you all the kids in the neighborhood were coming up here because they wanted kazoos, and we were cracking up laughing because we were outside and we could hear them being blown all over the neighborhood. It was so much fun. I hope I can find that bag this year. That was fun. These little eyeballs, they're off this thing that you like pull it and it shoots it like a frisbee. And they broke. And so I just kept all the eyeballs because they're cute. And the kids just want the eyeballs anyway. You know? So anyway, I know I'm silly, but I'm not the kind of person that really likes scary stuff. I don't like scary movies. I don't like gory movies. Sometimes we'll be watching a movie and it's like a mystery or something, and they show like a bloody something, and I'm just like, ah! I can't handle it. I don't like it. And I don't even like scary music very much. And that's why you'll notice on my new Halloween stuff, although I loved the old one that I got, my husband designed this whole new sort of silly, fun Halloween music. And you'll notice that I've been using that on my new Halloween videos for this year. And I love it because it has it's probably the whole thing's about 20 minutes long, maybe 15 minutes long. But there's a whole lot of different sections to it that are hooked together so that I can use different portions of it for different videos. So it's kind of fun. He's written me some new Christmas music that I just love because it's fun and delightful, you know. And he did write me a new song for my intros for our live videos. And we're working on that right now, trying to get that all together. Because I do want to have a new, you know, I like to update my intro video about every 2 years, you know. And I didn't do it last year, so I'm going to do it this year. I like the old Draculas and Frankenstein movies too. I have to tell you a funny story though. One year, it was when my husband was still in the Air Force and he was in Saudi Arabia over Christmas. And so it was just me and my 2 kids. And the base was wonderful. They came out and brought tons of gifts for my kids and for me and stuff. But anyway, I told the kids, I said, it's Christmas Eve. We're going to stay up and watch Scrooge. I had forgotten how absolutely scary the original Scrooge in black and white was. All of us, we didn't sleep all night. We were so scared. Which is fine. You get up in the morning, you open your presents, you have breakfast, and everybody takes a nap, you know. But I'm like, I cannot believe I did this to my kids. Okay, my son was 5 and my daughter was 8. And I scared the living daylights out of them watching the old Scrooge movie. They will never let me forget that, ever, ever. I'm like, okay, next year we're watching the Mickey Mouse one with Scrooge the Duck, okay? No more scary movies. They never let me forget that one. Alrighty, so I think we have covered everything except for the this and that video that I put out last week. And I did this because I had so many questions about that particular subject. And I'm not going to tell you what it is. You have to go watch it. Okay, and then I had a lot of questions also about the one that I'm putting together for tomorrow. And so last week's had to do with is it a treble or a triple stitch? Okay, and there was a lot of confusion, and so I tried to explain it, and I did a demo and things with that. For tomorrow's video is another one of those things, because like I said, a lot of new crocheters have come on the scene, and they're renaming patterns, and it's confusing because they'll come on to a video like maybe mine, where I've been crocheting for over 50 years, and I learned all the old terminology and the old way of doing things, and they'll try to correct me, and I'll say, look, I was crocheting way before your grandma was born, you know. You know. And so what I'm trying to do is eliminate confusion so that when you crochet, you love it like I do, okay? And so this is kind of a series that I'm going through, talking about different stitches, different ways to do them, different things they're called, things like that, okay? And it really is interesting because it's something, you know, I never really thought that much about until I started getting a lot of questions. I will not teach lefty crochet. I'm sorry, I'm not left-handed. My husband's ambidextrous. I could probably get him to do it. But no, I don't. I don't do it. I have a friend named Heather that I taught her how to crochet, and she is left-handed. She does all of my patterns. Sometimes she'll tell me that she had to change something a little as far as because of where to hold it, you know. But no, I don't do left-handed crochet. I'm sorry. I know there are a lot out there that do. But a lot of my patterns, I'll be honest, they're pretty basic. And you can do them left-handed as well. You just have to turn it different a little bit and stuff. I'm trying to think. I think Moogly puts out a lot of... She does right and left-handed crochet patterns. But yeah, there are a lot out there that do. I'm trying to think. That her name is Moogly, and then there's also another lady. Well, you know, Mikey from the Crochet Crowd, he does. Oh, that gnat is driving me crazy. Mikey from the Crochet Crowd, he does his videos right and left-handed as well. Okay, I know that you can take the screen and flip it. Some crocheters have done that, but I don't think. Yeah, Moogly, Moog. Yeah. She does that. Mikey does it. And there's another lady that does it also. Tamra from Moogly's been doing it for many years. Oh my goodness. The Secret Yarnery does also. Okay. I know there are a lot that do. The problem that I had is a lot of them will take the screen and just flip it so it's from the other side. But to me, some of the people that I was trying to work with, they found that a little bit confusing because of it doesn't translate correctly 100% as far as hand position. Okay? So, you know, but, you know, my patterns are pretty much basic. So I don't have a lot where I do a lot of tricky stuff that, you know, maybe when you go in the third loop or things like that, it's different. But, yeah, sorry, I don't do them. I think it would be really cool if I could. So, but anyway, I was seeing if there was any more questions. Well, there you go. There's a bunch there for a list of people that do them. There you go. Yarn the Wand Addict. Juan the Yarn Addict does it too. So there's quite a few. Like I said, my friend Heather, she does all of my patterns and she's left-handed. Every now and then there'll be one that's a little bit hard for her as far as placement. You know, like the third loop she struggled with because it's on the other side of the yarn. So anyway, let me see. I think I've covered everything. Congratulations again, Kimberly James. Send me an email so I can send it to you as quick as possible. Remember, the quicker you send me the email, the quicker I get the box out. But I'll pack it all up and have it all ready for you. And I feel like there's one other thing I wanted to tell you, but I can't remember what it was. I am planning on doing a 3-step. It is a crochet along, but it'll just be a 3-step, not something that like lasts all year or something. Give me 2 seconds here. I'm planning on. I was sent that beautiful sparkle yarn from Premier. It's the gradient sparkle, gradient glitter. It's gorgeous. I am planning on doing a mini crochet along. We'll do the October cup the first week in October. But it's going to be not really a cardigan, not really a ruana, more like a longer vest that's a drape thing. It's I'm making it. It is turning out absolutely gorgeous, and I'm looking forward to sharing it with you. The yarn is wonderful to work with, and if you've used any of the gradient, it's that where they've added a silver metallic thread through it. And it's just absolutely gorgeous. It is. It's really a beautiful yarn to work with. Maybe I'll show you. I don't have it in here because I'm at the point, I got past the sketching. Now I'm doing the designing of picking the stitches and things like that. So, yeah, the October cup, I'll try to get that done the first Friday in October. And it's really cute. I think you're just going to laugh when you see it because it is really cute. How many strains of yarn to make a bulky yarn? I don't know what you're asking. How many strains of yarn? I guess it would depend on how bulky you want to make it. Sometimes when I'm wanting to make something, say I'm using a bulky 5, I'll use 2 strands of medium 4 or 3 strands of medium 3. I do have a video on this out there. You could probably find that and get the exact amounts that I used. I'm glad you're enjoying them, Leslie. That's cool. Alrighty, so go ahead and check out our new shawl, our monster washcloths, and look forward to tomorrow's video. It's on shell stitches in case you want to know. Alrighty, so that's all I've got for you today, and I'll see you next time.